We'll just keep going, hopefully.
Hey.
Hey guys, sorry guys, it's still there. So.
We'd have to ask them if it's blurry. Is it still blurry?
I'm trying to get to it.
Oh, did you send a link out?
Yeah, I did. I sent it.
I was on YouTube this time. So.
Oh, okay. Listen, welcome back. Sorry, you guys. For some reason, our connection is looking really weak.
Yeah.
So it's got us looking a little blurry. So if you see that, we do apologize. It's I don't know what else to do.
Somebody up. Is that you, Becca? Is this you, the one person?
No, that's not me.
Oh, I see.
Let's see.
I'm actually trying to find it still. It's not in. Oh.
I just didn't.
Did I Hebrew?
You didn't.
Because I don't see it.
It wasn't in Messenger.
I did it in Messenger. Yeah.
It wasn't there.
Just right now.
Oh. Okay, now.
Yeah.
It showed up. You did it before though, and it didn't show up yet. So
yeah, I didn't do that.
It's delayed. Here it is.
Did you do iHebrew?
No, I don't know how to do it on there.
Oh, okay. Then if you never did it on iHebrew, I'll just tell them we up.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, back up.
We're back. Okay, so we're back. Sorry, guys. Okay, that's That's a little better than what it was. All right, you guys. So we're back. Thank you for your patience. We are super excited, you all, to we're starting on a new book, which is called Shemayim. That's the best way I can say it. And we purchased this book on st0ry.net, not .com. But what we didn't do was pay full price for it, okay? So be sure to use your Storytime discount. Remember, the O in the word story is actually a 0, and the E in the word time is actually a 3 as we go back to the covenant, okay? And as you know, before we get into story time, we are going to read Psalms 34 to the Most High. Gives me something different, or gives Auntie Shelley on the beat, but bump something different. All right. So says, I will bless Yahuwah at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make her boast in Yahuwah. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify Yahuwah with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought Yahuwah, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. They looked unto him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried, and Yahuwah heard him, and saved him out of his troubles. The angels of Yahuwah encamp round about them that fear him, and delivers them. Oh, taste. Okay. And see that Yahuwah is good. Blessed is the man that trusts in him. Yep, and that is Psalms 34, 1 through 8. Hallelujah. All right. Okay. New book.
Yeah, new book.
New book.
New book. Yeah, full screen. Oh, we are full screen.
We're full screen. Mm-hmm. New book, y'all. Shemayim. Yeah. Shemayim, I want to say that's how you say it. That's how it's going to be said today on this Monday at 6:19. Ooh. Shemayim. Simply, say it again. Shemayim. Shemayim. And it simply means the heavens. What book are we reading to the people today?
The Ascension of Isaiah.
Now, I heard about Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, but I ain't never heard no Ascension of Isaiah.
And how you pronounce his name is Yeshu-Yahu. How you get Isaiah from that? See how they messing our name up? Just take Yah all the way out. They just took. They did
They're very creative. They're very creative when it comes to jacking our stuff up.
Stealing things.
Yes, absolutely. Let's get into it. Full disclosure, y'all. I'm gonna tear up somebody's name. You hear how she just said Yeshu-Yahu? There's some names in here that I cannot pronounce.
And there's no guarantee that's right.
Exactly. So bear with me. I say that to just say, bear with me, okay? It may be comedy, but it ain't meant. All right. Chapter 1, the ascension of Isaiah. And it came to pass in the 26th year of the reign of, right off the bat.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
All right, let's try this name. Yeskizik Yahoo. Yekiz Ki Yahoo. Yakiz Ki Yahoo. And his name is spelled, in case you want to write it down and figure it out yourself, it's Yechizkiyahu. Yakizki Yahoo.
Or it could be your chiz, right?
Or Yechiz. He gonna get Yaya at the minute. Keep playing with him. The king of Yahuda that he called Manasseh his son. Now he was his only one. And he called him into the presence of Yeshayahu, or Isaiah, the son of Amoz, the prophet, and into the presence of St0ry, Yeshuv, the son of Yeshayahu, in order to deliver unto him the words of righteousness which the king himself had seen, and of the eternal judgment and torments of Gehinnom, and of the prince of this world, and of his angels, and his authorities, and his powers. And the words of his faith, and the words of the faith of the beloved, which he himself had seen in the 15th year of his reign during his illness. And he delivered unto him the written words which Samnus the scribe had written, and also those which Yeshayahu, the son of Amoz, had given to him, and also to the prophets, that they might write and store up with him what he himself had seen in the king's house regarding the judgments of the angels and the destruction of this world, and regarding the garments of the Kodishim, and their going forth, and regarding their transformation, and the persecution and ascension of the beloved. In the 20th year of the reign of Yeshayahu, those were two different names, by the way. Just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, Yeshayahu is Isaiah.
Had seen the words of this prophecy and had delivered them to St0ry, or Yeshuv, his son. And whilst he, Yeshizkiyahu, gave commands, St0ry, Yeshuv, the son of Yeshayahu, was standing by.
So he's saying while the king was giving the command, Isaiah's son was standing. I'm right there.
Okay. And I'm can I give him back his American name and just call him?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Then because they putting too much of that together. It's too confusing. Yeah.
Tongue twister, okay? All right. Isaiah said to Yeshizkiyahu, the king, but not in the presence of Manasseh. Only did he say unto him, as Adonai lives, and the Ruach which speaks in me lives, all these commands and these words will be made of none effect by Manasseh, your son. Manasseh, your son. And through the agency of his hands, I shall depart amid the torture of my body. And Samuel Malchara will serve Manasseh and execute all his desire, and he will become a follower of Belial rather than of me. Is that
Belial? That's Baal.
Okay. Belial, okay. And many in Jerusalem and Judah he will cause to abandon the true faith of Belial.
No. Abandon the true faith and Belial. You just said Baal was the true faith.
Oh. Okay.
He will cause to abandon the true faith and.
Okay, got you. And many in Jerusalem and in Judah, he will cause to abandon the true faith. And Baal, that's his name, right? Baal, okay. Baal will dwell in Manasseh, and by his hands I shall be sawn asunder. And when Yeshkiyahu heard these words, he wept very bitterly and rent his garments and placed earth upon his head and fell on his face. And Isaiah said unto him, the counsel of Samael against Manasseh is consummated. Nothing will avail you. And on the day of Yekiz's ki Yahu resolved in his heart to slay Manasseh his son. And Isaiah said to Yekiz's ki Yahu, the beloved has made of none effect your design, and the purpose of your heart will not be accomplished. For with this calling have I been called, and I shall inherit the heritage of the beloved.
So yeah, because basically what Isaiah just told him is that your son's gonna saw me in half. He's gonna kill me. That's what he was saying. Like,
Wow.
that's why he's like, no, not my son. It's like when he put, they're gonna abandon the true faith, and Baal is gonna dwell within Manasseh, and by his hands I shall be sawn asunder.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't pick that up because I was
those words,
getting them words out.
Yeah.
Pray for me. Thank you, Auntie Shani.
Mm.
Chapter 2. And it came to pass after the Yekiz's ki Yahu died and Manasseh became king, that he did not remember the commands of Yekiz's ki Yahu his father, but forgot them, and Samael abode in Manasseh and clung fast to him. And Manasseh forsook the service of the Elohim of his father, and he served Satan and his angels and his powers. So now it's already
made
started.
That turn. Yep.
And he turned aside the house of his father, which had been before the face of Yekiz's ki Yahu, from the words of wisdom and from the service of Elohim. And Manasseh turned aside his heart to serve Baal, for the angels of lawlessness, who is the ruler of this world, is Belial. Keep saying it. Belial. You know
but
what?
It's still Baal. It's all
okay.
Baal. Yeah.
Whose name is Manitabunchus. That was together. That's listen. Okay. Mantan Bunch.
Yeah. Mantan
Buckus.
Yeah.
Mantabus. That's tonight's word, okay? At 6:28. That's his name. And he delighted in Jerusalem because of Manasseh, and he made him strong in apostatizing Israel, and in the lawlessness which was spread abroad in Jerusalem.
So basically,
what does that mean?
Baal was happy.
Okay.
Well,
so he made Israel to forget.
Right.
And
he made them to forget, and now they're getting worse and worse and worse. Because that's Satan. Satan's like, I got my man up in here now.
Just like when we read when they was down the mountain, and he made him worse and worse, and he was excited.
Yeah, he said, I got my man in here as king now. So I'm gonna draw Israel away.
All the way. Okay. And witchcraft and magic increased in divination, and auguration. Auguration. There you go.
I think that has something to do with magic. I think.
Shani, if you got, you don't have the book yet, huh?
Auguration.
I think you do have the book.
Auguration.
Okay, but I want her to look up that word just so I know what that means.
She does have the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
And fornication and adultery and the persecution of the righteous by Manasseh and Belkira and Tobiah, and the Canaanim, or the Canaanites, and who is this? Yochanaan
John
of Anoth, or Anathoth, and by Sadok, the chief of the works. And the rest of the acts, behold, they are written in the *St0ry of the kings of Yehuda and Israel.
So he's naming the men that were helping him persecute the righteous ones. Okay. So the stories could get kind of lost on all these names.
It does.
So pay attention to the storyline.
I'm trying to hold on to the storyline.
So Isaiah goes to the king. I'm starting to get Isaiah goes to the king and tells him, when you're gone, your son is going to turn back to Baal, forsake the God of Israel, and he's going to have me killed.
Wow.
The king at that time of Israel was like, no, that's why he said he was like so sad and so sad.
Yeah.
But then he died. His son took over, and that's what happened. He started worshiping Baal. He let Satan get close to him. He started worshiping Baal and start turning Israel's heart back to Baal. And then the ones who didn't turn were all those names all the names you named. Those are the people he got to persecute.
Oh, wow.
The ones who did not turn.
Oh, wow.
So those was his little helpers. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So now, instead of in Torah, Yisrael is now, for the main part, practicing Torahlessness, even though there's still a remnant left.
Yes.
That is,
but wow.
They're persecuting them.
Oh,
so they brought back magic, fornication, all the things that were in Enoch that the fallen angels brought.
Got you.
Magic, all that. Did she put the what?
No, she's giving me different names. Thank you. Minna Shushe. Okay. Manish. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Verse 7. And when Isaiah, the sons of Amoz, saw the lawlessness which was being perpetrated. Oh, thank you. Perpetrated in Jerusalem, and the worship of Satan and his wantonness, he withdrew from Jerusalem and settled in Bethlehem of Judah. Mm-hmm. And there was much lawlessness, and withdrawing from Bethlehem, he settled on a mountain in a desert place.
So he tried to go to Bethlehem. He's like, it's here too.
Listen, let me go to the other side of the world. Oh man, listen, that's something else. When you try to go somewhere else to escape, but it's there too.
So yeah, gotta leave there.
And Milcah, is that Milcah or Micah? Micah.
Yeah.
And Micah the prophet, and the aged Chanayahu, and Yoel, and Chabak. Okay.
Almost probably.
Right.
Chabak.
That's good.
Yeah, there you go. That's
might be, yeah.
She'll help me out. And the sons of She'ar, and his son She'ar Yashuv, and many of the faithful who believed in the ascension into heaven withdrew and settled on the mountain.
So they're coming out of Babylon.
Okay.
And remember, with Noah, remember the good ones were on top of the mountain?
Yes.
They was like, we up out of here.
Yes,
yeah.
I do. Mm-hmm. Okay. They were all, verse 10, they were all clothed with garments of hair, and they were all prophets. And they had nothing with them, but were naked. And they all lamented with a great lamentation because of the going astray of Israel.
So when it says garments, so it just means animal skins.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And it was crying hard. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. And these ate nothing save wild herbs, which they gathered on the mountains, and having cooked them. They lived thereon together with Isaiah the prophet, and they spent 2 years of the days on the mountains and hills. And after this, whilst they were in the desert, there was a certain man in Shomeron named Belkirah, of the family of Siddiqyahu, the son of Cana, a false prophet whose dwelling was in Bethlehem. Now Yachizkiyahu, the son of Chenani, who was the brother of his father, and in the days of Achab, king of Israel, had been the teacher of the 400 prophets of Baal, had himself smitten and reproved, and Micah, the son of Ameda, the prophet. And he, Micah, had been reproved by Achab and cast into prison, and he was with Siddiqyahu, the prophet. And they were with Achazyahu, the son of Achab, king of Shomeron. Whew.
Yeah, these names is killing.
Oh, Auntie Shelley, Auntie Shawnee, it feels a time for you to be on Storytime Beat tonight. All right. I can hear you saying, you doing fine, boo-boo. Thank you. Your encouragement is so sweet. All right. And Eliyahu, the prophet of Tibon of Gilead was reproving Achaz Yahu and Shemaron and prophesied regarding Achaz Yahu that he should die on his bed of sickness, and that Shemaron should be delivered into the hands of Nebuchadnezzar, because he had slain the prophets of Elohim. And when the false prophets who were with Achazyahu, the son of Akav, and their teachers, Jalerahas, there we go. What Mexican restaurant is it? All right, teacher Jaler, I don't know. That name is Jalerrjas. You're welcome. Of Mount Yoel had heard. Now he was a brother of Siddiqui Yahu. When they persuaded Achazyahu, the king of Agaran, and slew Micah.
That might be Micah.
I think it is Micah in my mind. I want to say it. Micah. All right, chapter 3. And Belchirah recognized and saw the place of Isaiah and the prophets who were with him, for he dwelt in the region of Bethlehem and was an adherent of Manasseh, and he prophesied falsely in Jerusalem, and many belonging to Jerusalem were confederate with him, and he was a Shemaronian. That's tonight's. And it came to pass when Zagar, king of Assyria, had come in captive and led them away to the mountains of the Medes and the rivers of Tazon. This Belkirah, while still a youth, had escaped and come to Jerusalem in the days of Yechizkiyahu, king of Yahudah. But he walked not in the ways of his father of Shemaron, for he feared Yechizkiyahu. And he was found in the days of Yechiz. They just giving it to me again. Come on, man. Help me out a little bit.
Sorry for you, girl.
And he was found in the days of Yechizkiyahu, speaking words of lawlessness in Jerusalem. And the servants of Yechizkiyahu accused him, and he made his escape to the region of Bethlehem. And Belkirah accused Isaiah and the prophets who were with him, saying, Isaiah and those who are with him prophesies against Jerusalem and against the cities of Judah, that they shall be laid waste, and against the children of Judah and Benjamin. Also they shall go into captivity, and also against you, O Lord the King, that you shall go bound with hooks and iron chains. But they prophesied falsely against Israel and Judah. And Isaiah himself has said, I see more than Moses the prophet. But Moses said, no man can see Elohim and live. And Isaiah has said, I have seen Elohim, and behold, I live. Know therefore, O king, that he is lying. In Jerusalem also he has called Sodom, Sodom. And the princes of Judah and Jerusalem he has declared to be the people of Amorah. And he brought many accusations against Isaiah and the prophets before Manasseh. But Baal dwelt in the heart of Manasseh, and in the heart of the prince of Judah and Benjamin, and of the eunuchs, and of the counselor of the king. And the words of Belkirah pleased him exceedingly. And he sent and seized Isaiah.
Yeah, so y'all get what's going on, right?
No.
Just need to make sure. Okay, so basically the false prophets went to the king and said, Isaiah is making all these prophecies against Jerusalem and Jews, and they're going to be carried away captive. And they're lying. And basically Isaiah is lying. Basically saying Isaiah is lying. But because the false prophets and the king are so full of Baal or Satan, they want to believe it. So they're happy they have something on Isaiah. Yeah. So now they go and grab him and arrest him.
Ooh. All right, listen, this book got me biting my tongue and everything, okay? Pray for me. All right, verse 13. For Baal was in great wrath against Isaiah by reason of the vision, and because of the exposure wherewith he had exposed Samael. Is that Samuel? Samael. Okay.
Samuel Gone, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. Exposed Samael, and because through him the going forth of the beloved from the seventh heaven had been made known, and his transformation and his descent, and the likeness into which he should be transformed, that is, the likeness of man, and the persecution wherewith he should be persecuted, and the torturers wherewith the children of Israel should torture him, and the coming of his 12 apostles, and the teaching, and that he should be for the Sabbath be crucified upon the tree, and should be crucified together with wicked men, and that he should be buried in the sepulchre.
Oh, so Isaiah was basically prophesying about the gospel, prophesying about Messiah too. So they're upset at that too.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Because remember, Messiah's not here yet in
No.
Isaiah. So he's prophesying about all that y'all gonna get taken away
Yep, and the 12
captive.
apostles.
Yep.
Oh wow!
And he started prophesying all that, and so they're upset because they know they in this prophecy they ain't turning out too good. They're getting
Ooh.
taken away captive, so they're upset.
Oh wow!
So basically, same old story. Unrighteous is mad at the righteous for telling you the truth.
That's very plain.
Yeah.
That's simple and plain. Close the book on that.
Yeah.
All right. Verse 15. In the descent of the angel
Wait,
of...
did you read 14?
Nope, I sure didn't.
Oh, okay.
Verse 14, just making sure you're paying attention.
Oh, okay.
And the 12 who were with him should be offended because of him, and the watch of those who watch the sepulchre, and the descent of descent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Descent of the angels of the called out assembly, which is in the heavens, whom he will summon in the last days, and that Gabriel, the angel of the Ruach HaKodesh, and Michael, the chief of the holy angels, on the third day will open the sepulchre. And the beloved sitting on their shoulders will come forth and send out his 12 disciples. And they will teach all the nations in every tongue of the resurrection of the beloved, and those who believe in his cross will be saved, and in his ascension into the seventh heaven from which he came. And that many who will believe in him will speak through. Did I say it wrong?
Mm-hmm.
And that many who believe.
And many who believe in him.
And many, that
many.
I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
and that many who believed in him will speak through the Holy Ruach. And many signs and wonders will be wrought in those days. And afterwards, on the eve of his approach, his disciples will forsake the teachings of the 12 apostles, and their faith and their love and their purity. And there will be much contention on the eve of his advent, and his approach. And in those days, many will love office through devoid of wisdom. Though devoid of wisdom. And there will be many lawless elders and shepherds dealing wrongly by their own sheep, and they will ravage them, owing to their not having holy shepherd. And many will change the honor of the garments of the Kodishim for the garments of the covetous. Say it.
Covetous.
Okay. And there will be much respect of person in those days, and lovers of the honor of this world. And there will be much slander and vainglory at the approach of Adonai, and the Ruach HaKodesh will withdraw from many. And there will not be in those days many prophets, nor those who speak trustworthy words, save one here and there in divers places. On account of the ruach of error and fornication, and of vainglory, and of covetousness, which shall be in those who will be called servants of that one, and in those who will receive that one. And there will be great hatred in the shepherds and elders towards each other. For there will be great jealousy in the last days. For everyone will say what is pleasing in his own eyes.
Wow.
And they will make of none effect the prophecy of the prophets which were before me, and these my vision also will they make of none effect, in order to speak after the impulse of their own hearts.
So you caught that, right?
I
so
did.
he prophesied even about right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I caught all of that.
So he did. Isaiah basically ran down world events.
Yes.
Yes, before and after the Mashiach comes, this is what's going to happen. These shepherds is going to act a fool.
Especially with the
Lead people
garments
astray.
too.
Yep.
Because a lot of this stuff is looking real Catholicism or Catholic as far as the garments.
Yep.
Like if you look at all their garments, it's like, wait a minute, you can't trace that back into your books.
Yep. He says they're going to be falling away because they don't want to know the truth.
Yeah. And they're going to withhold the prophecy and tell you what they want you to hear. Wow.
Yep.
Chapter 4. And now Yachizki Yahu, I swear, I say his name different every 6 times I see it.
That's all right. They get it.
All right.
Right,
Yachizki Yahu and She'ah Yashuv, my son. These are the days of the completion of the world. After it was consummated, Bel, the great ruler, after it is consummated, girl almost said constipated. After it is consummated, Bel, the great ruler, the king of this world, will descend, who has ruled it since it came into being. Yea, he will descend from his expanse in the likeness of a man. A lawless king, the slayer of his mother, who himself, even this king, will persecute the plant, the called out assembly, which the 12 apostles of the beloved have planted. Of the 12, one will be delivered into his hands. This ruler, in the form of that king, will come, and there will come with him all the powers of this world, and they will hearken unto him in all that he desires. And at his word, the sun will rise at night, and he will make the moon to appear at the 6th hour. And all that he has desired, he will do in the world. And he will do and speak like the beloved. And he will say, I am Elohim, and before me there has been none. And all the people in the world will believe in him. And they will sacrifice to him, and they will serve him, saying, this is Elohim, and beside him there is no other. And the great number of those who shall have been associated together in order to receive the beloved, he will turn aside after him. And there will be the power of his miracles in every city and region. And he will set up his image before him in every city. And he shall bear sway 3 years and 7 months and 27 days. And many believers and the Kodishim, having seen him, for whom they were hoping, who was crucified, Yeshua HaMashiach. After that, I, Isaiah, had seen him crucified, who was crucified and ascended. And those also who were believers in him, of these, few in those days will be left as his servants, while they flee from desert to desert, awaiting the coming of the beloved. And
so he like I said, he's still like, this is stuff that's in Revelation.
Okay.
Like the same like days, like what's going to happen when the Antichrist come.
Yeah.
But notice he's a slayer of his mother. He's going to get rid of the church and say, it's me. Bow down to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, And
wow.
I think I do remember, like in Revelation, like they got rid of the whore of Babylon. They got rid of the church because he's saying, I'm here. You don't need all
the
that.
Church
Yeah, I'm right here.
Wow.
So that's why I said slayer of his mother.
What a scary day.
Yeah.
That is good. Thank you for bringing that out. Verse 14. Yeah, I'm right there. And after 1,332 days, Adonai will come with his angels and with the armies of the holy ones from the seventh heaven with the glory of the seventh heaven, and he will drag Bel into Gehenna, and also his armies. And he will give rest to the holy whom he shall find in the body in this world. And the sun will be ashamed, and to all who because of their faith in him have execrated Bel and his kings. But the Kodeshim will come with Adonai, with their garments, which are now stored up on high in the seventh heaven. With Adonai they will come, who Ruach are clothed, and they will descend and be present in the world. And he will strengthen those who have been found in the body, together with the Kodeshim, in the garments of the Kodeshim. And Adonai will minister to those who have kept watch in this world. And afterwards they will turn themselves upwards in their garments, and their body will be left in the world. Then the voice of the beloved will in wrath rebuke the things of heaven, and the things of earth, and the mountains, and the hills, and the cities, and the desert, and the forests, and the angel of the sun, and that of the moon, and all things wherein Bel manifested himself, and acted openly in this world. And there will be a resurrection and a judge in their midst, and a judgment in their midst in those days. And the beloved will cause fire to go forth from him, and it will consume all the godless, and they will be as though they had not been created. And the rest of the word and the rest of the words of the vision is written in the vision of Babel.
Oh, so another book we got.
That's another book. In the vision of Babel. And the rest of the vision regarding Adonai, behold, it is written in 3 parables according to my words, which are written in the St0ry which I publicly prophesied. And the descent of the beloved into Sheol, behold, it is written in the section where Adonai says, behold, my son will understand. And all these things, behold, they are written in the Tehillim, or Psalms, in the parables of David, the son of Yeshai, and in the Mishle of Shalamah, his son, and in the words of Korach, and Ethan, the Israelite, Yasharite. Let me see,
Israeli,
and in the words of Acap, and in the rest of the Psalms also, which the angel of the Ruach inspired.
Okay, so it's in the parables of David.
In the parables of David.
Of Solomon, his son. In the words of I'm just trying to see if we got some of these. Some of these books I think we got already. Whew. There's some books out there, y'all.
There's some books out there.
We got to find.
Oh, wow. Verse 22. Namely, in those which do not have the name written, and in the words of my father Amoz, and of Husha the prophet, and of Micah and Joel.
So Micah
and Joel.
Nahum.
And Nahum. And Jonah. And Obadiah. And I've seen this. What is this book?
Is it Habakkuk?
It might be.
I think it's Habakkuk.
Yeah, we're going to look them up.
And Haggai, yes.
And Malachi.
And
And this must be Amos. Did y'all say that one already?
Amos. Okay. So I'm going to read that sentence again because we were trying to figure out the names, okay? All right. Namely, in those which do not have the name written in the words of my father Amos or Amoz, and of Husha the prophet, of Micah and Joel, and Nahum and Jonah, Obadiah and Habakkuk, and Haggai and Malachi, and in the words of Joseph, the just, and in the words of Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So he said, when you get all these books and put them together, they said some stuff, they said some stuff, they said some stuff. Everybody says something. That's why it's important to read everything.
Everything.
But
And
they took all the key ones away, so we wouldn't
Absolutely.
understand. Because they're saying you're not going to understand Amos unless you understand all this.
They all are pieces to this
Mhm.
great puzzle.
Mhm.
And if you only stay in one book, you're missing out on
Mhm.
some real good substance.
Yes. And when it says the parables of David,
Mhm.
because it says, behold, they
In
are
the
written in
parables.
the Psalms, right?
Yeah, Psalms,
In the
Tahini
Psalms, in the parables of David. So I wonder, because I know some of the Psalms got a whole bunch of stuff inside that we never
but
pay
he does
attention
speak
to.
in parables.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So, I mean, and I know inside this book they have, but it's called the Alphabet of David, but it looks to me like it's it's some of the Psalms.
Yeah, it's right there too. Huh.
See, and I know there's a lot of prophecy.
Yes, because then he's using our letters too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's a thing for every letter.
Oh wow. That chat, yeah.
So we're gonna have to read that and like really, really look at it. Like, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I know it's a lot of prophecy about Mashiach in the Psalms.
Okay. Chapter 5. On account of these visions, therefore Bel was wroth with Isaiah, and he dwelt in the heart of Manasseh, and he sawed him in asunder with a wooden saw, just like he said.
A wooden saw.
Wow.
A wooden saw. That got to hurt, because that's gonna take a lot. Even though it's sharp, that's some pain.
A wooden saw.
Think of all the splinters in the because I'm sure they had it really, really sharp. But just think, they sawing you in half with a wooden.
Listen, when he said sawed in half, it could have been a easier death.
Because you're thinking they have all that body.
Look, technology, okay? Them angels was like, let me show you how to do this. They was already making drinks and everything.
They probably had a person on each. Ooh.
Oh, it's just oof.
But let's think about. Remember all the other ones that died? They wasn't even in there.
They wasn't
Y'all
even
just sewing.
Absolutely, I was just about to say that.
Dead body. Like,
I was just about to say that because remember when they're persecuted.
Yeah, Polycarp just sleep. Ugh,
yeah, he was like,
kind of warm in here.
He like, they can't tell that I'm not down there no more. Let them keep on.
Look what
he was probably like, burn, body burn. All right, verse 2. And when Isaiah was being sawed in asunder, Baal stood up, accusing him, and all the false prophets stood up, laughing and rejoicing because of Isaiah.
How you laugh at somebody right in front of like? How's that even
That's
funny?
An evil spirit.
That is a very evil spirit.
Wicked.
For somebody right there in your face getting sawn in half, and you laughing.
You're laughing. And Belkira, with the aid of the Michimbukas, stood up before Isaiah, laughing, deriding. And Bekira said to Isaiah, say, I have lied in all that I have spoken, and likewise the ways of Manasseh are good and right.
So they're trying to get him to deny
to
Elohim,
deny it
and
while
to say
they
the
saw
king
him.
is right. Yeah, why he's on him.
And the ways also of Bekira and of his associates are good. And this he said to him when he began to be sawn in sunder. But Isaiah was absorbed in a vision of Adonai. See, we just talking about he's not even there.
Yeah. Oh.
In a vision of Adonai, and through his eyes, though his eyes were open, he saw them not. See,
he steps in, and the people. And I'm so glad we reading this stuff, because all the time we think, oh no, they tortured them, and which they did, but they wasn't even there.
They wasn't even there. And then
he looking at Adonai like he.
And also, death don't have the power that you think it does.
Yeah,
it's really not as scary, because if you come, I know the Most High gonna grab you.
You came for a body.
That's it. But you didn't get my spirit. Let's see. And Bekira spoke thus to Isaiah, say what I say unto you, and I will turn their hearts, and I will the people in all Jerusalem to reverence you. First of all, I'm already cut up.
Yeah.
Okay. It ain't gonna stop all these little open wounds
Yeah,
that I got. Still stitch and some. And Isaiah answered and said, so far as I have kept reading, I should stop.
Oh, I'm like,
because
don't say that.
Monday, no, Tuesday. Because
Today's
we're back
Monday.
we're back on at Tuesday, same time.
Yes.
Today's Tuesday, right?
No,
Today's Monday.
Okay.
Wait, what day is
tomorrow's
it?
Tuesday.
Okay, tomorrow. Okay, so far, we're going to have to stop reading.
So today is Monday.
Okay, today's Monday. So I'm going to see you back on Tuesday. Some of you guys, I will see you on Instagram as we're getting back to...
You on Tuesday.
Oh, no, I won't. You right. Girl, pick this book. All right. I won't. I'll see all of y'all.
See me a little off today from the very start when we did our what was we doing? Story time.
We jacked that thing up real good. Dad said, "Oh, death, where is your sting?"
Yeah, that gives a whole new meaning.
It does.
It gives a whole new meaning.
Absolutely.
Y'all doing stuff and
he not even there. You asking him to talk, and he not even there, sir.
He up there looking at a donut, looking at Yahuwah.
Yes. He don't even feel what's going on.
He don't know what y'all doing.
And you gonna say this while you got my organs out?
Just because his eyes open.
I wasn't even, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay. Another clip. Well, it just didn't work. Tonight's
clip wasn't fit it all in one day.
I know, y'all. And besides, don't you think I need to meditate on these names?
Them names was, look.
Listen, them names said, come for me. Okay.
Yeah, but it was throwing the storyline off because
it was so many Yahoos. It was
so
so many Yahoos and Yakis, and it was a lot.
Next time we just gonna say the king said.
Right, the king. There you go. The king
and his son.
There you go.
For what it was.
We just gonna say Isaiah.
I give up.
Right. So many times in my mind said, just keep on pressing. As Nashawn would say, that's that press.
Yeah, I had to concentrate hard to keep it in my mind.
Absolutely. And I appreciate you doing that because as I'm reading, I have no idea what I'm reading because I'm trying to say these names.
Yeah.
I'm all like, okay, I'm coming to another name. What is this? But it's all good. I'm excited because I get to recap and reread what I just read with a better understanding. Linda says that's why they think we don't feel pain. You know what? I wouldn't put you. You definitely because they got our stuff.
Yeah, because we can't stand pain more than I remember when I went to get my appendix out. Child, I was in pain. I was passing out, and my doctor was like, "How did you even stand this pain?" Because I knew it hurt, but it didn't hurt all like that. The only reason why I went to the doctor is because I lost time. Like I passed out, not knowing I passed out.
Gotcha.
But I woke up and too much time was passed by.
Oh, wow.
And my stomach was still hurting. I was like, something not right. So I called somebody to come take me to the doctor and like, your whole appendix burst. Like you literally have poison inside your body.
Wow.
You either was supposed to be dead right now or you was going to be dead.
Wow.
Like as soon as I got to the hospital, they looked at me and was like, something wrong with her. Hook her up to an IV. We don't know what it is yet. Hook her up to an IV. Take her nail polish off. Because they take your nail polish and your toenail polish off. Because they know they're about to put you under and they need to make sure it don't turn blue. To make sure you're not, Yeah. But it hurt, but it wasn't all. It was like, how was you standing that? How was you standing that pain? Doctor, no.
Listen, I don't know. You right. That's probably why when you have a baby, they be like, all right, you can walk. No, ma'am. No, sir. That's a whole lie. No, I'm going to sit in this bed for at least a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. They got our stuff. They definitely got our stuff. Yeah. So I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
They know what's up.
That's why they're trying to take this melanin from us.
Absolutely.
And that's why they tested everything on us without pain medicine.
Yeah.
It was a form of trying to see how much we can take in hurting us at the same time on purpose.
Yep.
Absolutely. I definitely
agree. Absolutely right. Yep.
Well, y'all, we appreciate you and Carol had that happen?
Yep, Carol had it too. It's almost like some of the same things happened to me happened to Linda's sister.
Oh, wow.
Our appendix. It was something else too. It was two things that happened to us at the same. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. The same thing happened to Carol too.
Mm-hmm.
But she had went to the doctor and it was like, "You okay?"
Oh, and they sent her back home. Yeah, they like to send us home.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Let me see. Straight down the middle, and now that's evil. Oh, okay. Let's talk about something else. All right, y'all. So,
sorry.
listen. No. Oh, yeah. That was crazy. So, listen. I know it was a whole lot of souls in here, but it's okay. Cause we're gonna see y'all. We appreciate you guys for tuning in to 1, 2, 3.
Story time. Story time. Story time. We did it right that time. We did.
Shalom.
Shalom.
I tried it.